Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 10th of December 1979, and the title is The Qualifications of a Pure and Charitable Soul. Today, BapDada was looking at his most elevated, great, pure, and charitable souls. 1. A pure and charitable soul means a soul who increases his account of charity in every thought at every second, and who also inspires others to increase their account. 2. To be a pure and charitable soul means to be a great donor who increases his account of charity by giving whatever is needed at whatever time. 3. A pure and charitable soul means to be a soul in whose eyes the image of BapDada is constantly revealed, and in whose face the character of BapDada is constantly revealed. His awareness is as powerful as the Father's. His words are always jewels of knowledge. They are always invaluable. His acts and behavior are always equal to the Father's. His attitude is constantly that of a world benefactor. Like the Father, he is a benefactor at every second and in every thought. With his rays of mercy, he removes the darkness of sorrow and peacelessness from everywhere. 4. A pure and charitable soul would use his own treasure of charity to enrich every poor soul. Since the Copper Age, you have been seeing how the kings donated wealth and performed charity indirectly. Those kings had the full power of the authority of their kingdom. No matter what those kings did do to anyone, no one was able to change their orders. They could make one person very prosperous and put someone else on the gallows. They had the authority to do both. They had the authority of indirect donation and charity, which they used correctly at the beginning of the Copper Age. Gradually, however, they started to use their authority of their kingdom incorrectly. This is why, now that it is the end, their authority has finished. However, just as the kings who received their authority of the kingdom indirectly had so much power that they were able to make their subjects and their family happy and peaceful temporarily, so too, all of you pure and charitable souls, you great donors, have received the special authority directly from the Father to become the conquerors of matter and Maya. So you have received the almighty authority, and on the basis of your almighty authority, that is, on the basis of your treasure of charity and your pure thoughts, you are able to make any soul do whatever you want. One thought of yours has so much power that you can enable souls to forge a relationship with the Father and to become prosperous with all treasures. Those kings would give a commandment, whereas you just have to create that thought. Just as they could command whatever they wanted to happen, so too, because you have received your godly right directly, you can uplift other souls as much as you want with just one thought. You are such elevated souls. are you not? However, why does this not happen in practice? You have been given all rights and the almighty authority. So, why are you not able to use them? What is the reason for this? Why has this elevated form of service not yet begun? You must use your power of thoughts and not misuse it. Throughout the whole of history, whenever someone could not use his authority, the main reason was that he had misused his authority. What was the reason why kings lost their kingdom, politicians lost their position, and dictators lost their authority? They stopped doing their royal work and began to indulge themselves in their own pleasure and comfort. They themselves began to depend on something or another and thereby lost their rights. Because they became influenced, they misused their rights. In the same way, all of you have received authority from the Father in every second and every thought. You have received the authority. You have received all rights. Therefore, you must use that authority with the knowledge of its real value. When you misuse something for a trivial matter in carelessness, or for your own pleasure and comfort, or if you start thinking or speaking wastefully, then you become unable to use either your treasure of charity that you have accumulated or your godly authority as you should. Even one thought of yours should be very powerful. The elevated thoughts of elevated Brahmins are the instrument to draw the line of fortune of other souls. One thought of yours should be like a switch that you can put on and so remove all darkness within a second. The thoughts of a pure and charitable soul are like a spiritual magnet that can attract other souls towards spirituality. Fifth, the thoughts of a pure and charitable soul are like a lighthouse that can show the true destination to souls who are searching around. Sixth, the thoughts of a pure and charitable soul are so extremely cool and serene that they can cool down souls who are burning in the fire of vice. Seventh, the thoughts of a pure and charitable soul are such elevated weapons that they can release tied and bound souls from all their bondage and set them free. Eighth, just as the magic mantra makes the impossible possible, so too the thoughts of a pure and charitable soul have such special power that they can make impossible things become possible. By practicing the great mantra that disciplines the mind, they are able to make souls who are under one or another influence fly away like a firefly. 9. Just as people nowadays are able to change desert into grassland and can cultivate flowers high on a mountain, so too you pure and charitable souls, with your elevated thoughts, can develop hope in those who have no hope. You must increase your account of charity at every second and use every thought and every second in the knowledge of their value. Any task that cannot be accomplished by the multimillionaires of today can be accomplished by just one thought of you souls. One thought of yours can make another soul into a multimillionaire. So, how elevated is your power of thought? Whether you increase your account and inspire others to increase theirs, or whether you wasted is up to you. Those who wasted will have to repent, whereas those who increase it will swing in the swing of supersensuous joy. Sometimes they will swing in happiness, sometimes in peace, and sometimes in bliss. Those who waste everything will have to look at their own empty aprons and observe those who are swinging in these swings. All of you are those who will swing, are you not? Those from Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh have come today. Those from Rajasthan have the authority of all rights. They have the godly authority and are very clever in making the desert of Rajasthan into a grassland. They can change the desert into an orchard. They can change a jungle into a flower garden. The headquarters, the main service center, is in Rajasthan. So those who live in the headquarters have to be ahead in everything. Those from Rajasthan should be very proud and intoxicated. New service plans should emerge from Rajasthan. Those of Rajasthan should invent something new. You shouldn't just carry on with the same old things. The desert of Rajasthan has to be transformed. In order to accomplish this, you have to water it with your efforts again and again. You have to fertilize it constantly with your service. Up to now, you have put very little fertilizer onto it. Acha, Baba will speak of the specialty of those from UP at another time. Those from foreign lands are even now doing everything instantly. So, you too should do everything as soon as you have that thought. Baba will speak of the rosary of the great ones of UP at another time. Now, prepare the rosary so that the next time Baba comes, he will garland you. To those whose most elevated thoughts can grant salvation to other souls, to those who liberate souls from every calamity through their godly authority, to those who are constantly increasing their account of charity and also inspiring others to do the same, to those who constantly have determination in their thought to benefit the world, to you most elevated and charitable souls, BapDada's love, remembrance, and namaste. BapDada meeting teachers. Do all of you teachers constantly experience the stage of ascent while moving along? The specialty of a teacher is to be an embodiment of experience. A teacher isn't just someone who relates knowledge, because together with relating knowledge, a teacher is someone who has to give an experience. So the specialty of a teacher is to speak knowledge and also give an experience through her form. Since the Copper Age, many people of a great renown have related knowledge, given lectures, or conducted classes. Who becomes well renowned on this path of knowledge? Is it those who simply give lectures, or those who relate knowledge and also give an experience at the same time? You teachers should always pay special attention to the service of constantly creating a very pure atmosphere and pure vibrations, not only for whatever you are, but also for the unlimited atmosphere. The atmosphere can be changed so much by a physical fragrance. Similarly, the fragrance of the divine virtues of you teachers and the fragrance of your powers should create very powerful and pure vibrations and atmosphere. You teachers should never say that because of the atmosphere or because of someone's vibrations, your effort became like it is. To be a teacher means to be someone who brings about transformation, not someone who herself is changed. Those who bring about transformation shouldn't be changed by any other influence. Teachers have the specialty of making the atmosphere powerful. A teacher is one who herself becomes powerful and helps those who are weak with the cooperation of her powers. A teacher is one who increases the zeal and enthusiasm of those who have become disheartened. You are all this kind of a teacher, are you not? This is the task and duty of teachers. You yourselves should be completely full so that you can make others full. When you lack any particular power, others will also be weak in that power because you are their instrument. Teachers should always remain alert and ever ready. You should not have the slightest trace of either physical or subtle laziness. There can be laziness in making effort or even laziness in doing anything physical. When you become disheartened about your efforts, you become lazy. What can I do? I can only do so much. I can't do any more than this. I don't have any courage. I am moving along and doing my best. Becoming tired of making effort is another sign of laziness. Those who are lazy become tired very quickly, whereas those who are enthusiastic remain tireless. Therefore, teachers are those who don't become tired of making effort and also don't allow others to become tired. So, you are all rounders and also remain alert. You have to be perfect in every task. Sometimes, some teachers feel that it is their duty to conduct class and do all the internal spiritual work, and that it is the duty of others to do the physical work. This is not right. Even the physical work is a subject and is part of the internal work. This physical work is also a subject within your study, and so you must not become slack in this. If you have very few marks in the subject of physical service, you cannot pass with honor. You need to keep a balance in every aspect. It is wrong not to consider physical work to be service. Physical service is also part of spiritual service. If you don't cook food with a lot of love and in a yog-yukt stage, then how would your food be able to influence your mind? If you don't do anything physical, how would you accumulate marks in the subject of karma yoga? To be a teacher doesn't just mean to be a speaker or someone who just conducts classes or gives courses. An all-rounder is one who succeeds according to the time in whatever subject comes up in front of her. You are like this, are you not? Or is it that you are someone who just does internal spiritual service and someone else has to do the external physical service? The two are closely connected. Do all of you teachers constantly remember that you are renunciates and tapasvis? You should not be attracted by any person or anything. Otherwise, that would also bind you and stop you from becoming karmatit. Are all of you teachers satisfied with your own efforts? Do you experience being in the stage of ascent? Are all of you satisfied with everyone? Are you content with your own effort as well as with your service and companions? You should have a certificate for each of the three. Do you have all these certificates? What do you think? If you examine yourself in all truth and honesty and feel that you have that certificate, then Baba is also content. One is simply to say that you are content, and the other is to say honestly and truthfully that you are content, that you are constantly content. You have come here to be made full, and so if there is something missing, either personally within yourself or in service, then mention it to the instruments. Before you return to your service center, make sure you have created a stage of ascent for yourself. You come here to remove your weaknesses and become light. If any minor thing is obstructing you in your efforts, then finish it before you leave here. Acha, blessing, may you be a trustee and a double server who, with faith in your intellect, maintains spiritual feelings for your physical relations. Many children become tired while serving their physical relations and think that the soul is never going to change. Do not become disheartened in this way, but maintain faith in your intellect. Detach yourself from any type of consciousness of mind and continue to make progress. Some souls need more time to clear their accounts of devotion. Therefore, be patient and remain stable in the stage of a detached observer and continue to give souls the cooperation of your peace and power. Have spiritual feelings for your physical relations. Remain a trustee and a double server. Slogan: real service is to create an elevated atmosphere with your elevated awareness. Om Shanti.